Hey, there's Scorpio. Well, the person I was talking about on the Libra one, they'll get this. We'll just see. This is quite exciting. Sometimes I like to see what comes up. People used to think, oh, don't you ever get bored doing these readings? It's going on. It's past 34 years. I had the 34-year special a week or two ago. And going into the 35th year. Next year I got to have a party. No, because it's not that I'm being nosy, because I don't discuss, nobody knows anything about people. The thing that I find fascinating is the fact that I used to become as excited as the person coming for the consultation with me to see what was in their reading. I really did. And when people call me back and say, oh my God, you told me that this guy was this and that, or this was great, or I like that. I think it's fun. But remember, we still have all free will. Clients would come to me and they'll say, well, that didn't happen that way because I didn't want to date him. And I said, I know, but you made a choice. I can't hold your hand. So anyway, Scorp, here we go. I wish everybody the best. This is for June 2024. Today's the 21st of May. We're in the beginnings of Gemini. I'm doing this now because there's a couple of things going on. There is the aspect of, the full moon in Sagittarius, which is Jupiter, and then Saturday, Jupiter moves to Gemini for a full year. This is a really great energy for me because I have my North Node in Gemini and Jupiter. So pay attention to your astrology. Check it out if you can. There's astro.com where you can do your own little personal profile. Sure, I think Michelle Knight also has that as well. So there's great astrologers out there. So, Scorp, let's just see what's going on. I say that because I have Scorpio sister and a lot of Scorpio friends. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting reading. Really interesting reading. So this mimics a little of the Libra stuff. Not in the essence of it being exactly the same, but I would say it's quite interesting, and really the energy of this water kind of ends things, which makes sense. So the one whopper in here makes sense to her for a few Scorps that I know, is that, you're feeling this kind of, I'm on my own, okay, I've moved on my own, I've done this, this starts. So this is one's self. I don't always look at this as a negative. When I see this, this Six of Swords, and it looks, the girl's in the thing, and she's going, the guy's, it's like in the gondola in Venice, and we're going to push you out to the water, and blah, blah, blah. I often think, though, that this represents, because it begins today, that you've already got it together. You've already got it together. So you're kind of on your road. You know what you're doing. You know what you have to do. I'm on my own. I can do this. I can pull it together. Then you've got the Magician, which, again, a lot of people have had. So obviously Jupiter is in a communicative position. It's moved to Gemini for a year. So the Magician's saying career, life path, blah, 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 blah. And, don't get worried about others. This sometimes, I often find that, the he said, she said, if I was worried doing what I've done for years, growing up gay, being adopted, I could just throw it all at you guys. If I was worried really about what they said, I would have pulled my hair out and probably been at the bottom of the river with, cement shoes, as my father used to say. He used to say, if you really annoy me, you're going to get cement shoes in the Tartar River. You can tell he grew up as a tough guy. But anyway, that didn't happen so far. But all I can tell you is you've got this worrisome in here, Scorp. But really, this is good. This is economic. This means monies are there. You're going to be able to resolve monies. You also have judicial in here, by the way. You have death transformation. This is conclusive. This is not about somebody dying. It has come up in readings with death, but usually that's when the world card's with it or the tower. And you've got judicial. So these two here sister one another. And then you've got the synonym that I would say links to you. It could also be, linking itself to another water sign woman, Scorp, Pisces, Cancer. But the outcome really is this individual, this energy, gay guy, straight, whatever, girl. What I would say is things are actually going to come around in a very positive light. This is a soul center. So when somebody is sun sign Scorp, your ascendant, you've got to figure out too, because that is really your natal chart. But you, even being Scorp, you're still going through some of this, and this really replicates a few things, because I know 3 different Scorpios that have different energies, and I've done them all. So they're all linked from Gemini right through. This makes sense if I was to break it down to them and tell them individually what's going on. All I can tell you is things have got to change. Things already have changed. The judicial stuff is you sort of standing up for yourself. This is probably the last vestige of those eclipses that ended in May 2023. And it's time for you to move forth, release it all completely. That's that death card. It's over. It is done. And then you've got some great energy. You've got that judicial, which means you're also making solidified and solid decisions. It can also mean dealing with governments. It can be legal because you also have in your life path, death, then legal, judicial. So I would say, you know, Scorpio, your reading is probably as amazing as a lot of the other ones today for the month of June. I think it's actually very, very, very good. So, you know, don't become worked up or wound up about that beginning. That beginning, sometimes clients will come to me and say, oh my God, that looks depressing. No, it doesn't. It's not depressing, because right after you have the Magician, which means it's you. You ultimately sort of have to say yay, nay. It's up to you. But anyway, I wish you the best. Please, you know, subscribe and follow me. And I will be doing this really a lot more. I'm also going to do a surprise little bonus one too in the next week. We're going to figure that out, how I fit that in between this and the full. The weekly, remember, is a general. So I'll try to do another one for each sign that's going to be a bonus one probably in the next week. But I wish you guys all the best. If you want to follow me, you can follow me here, please. And also, you've got Instagram, Facebook, and my website's www.psychichunterdavidwilliamson.com. You can have a reading from all over. I do accept PayPal. It's on there. And or the Canadian guys, you guys can send me an Instagram or pay me cash. See me in person. Wish you all the best. Enjoy. Good luck, Scorps. Your reading's good. Take care. You heard it here first.